Guys, how you doing? It's me, tomironi123, guys, the best Ultimate Team content creator on YouTube. I'm here with a new tutorial, guys, and today we're talking about D-pad tactics. That is correct, Mundo. We're talking about D-pad tactics. Now, we haven't done that yet. Why am I speaking in that accent? What is wrong with me? Now, the D-pad tactics, guys, we're talking about the additional play instructions you get by pressing the D-pad. Let me just show you the D-pad. It's going to be right here, right here. Right, yes, I'm playing on on the old gen controller today, but I'm just here to show you guys because it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to be showing you obviously how it works, how effective it is. I'm going to give a little rating. This is going to be super quick, guys. If you want it down below a specific tutorial on one of these, a more in-depth tutorial on when to use, how to use, and everything like in more detail, then yes, I can bring that out for you guys. Comment down below. I can obviously go off of what you guys say, and I love engaging with you, as you know. Yeah, guys, honestly, let's get going. First instruction we will talk about is get into box. I put it on 6.5 out of 10 effectiveness because it is what it says on the package, really. Just gets your players into the box. So you press up twice on the D-pad, and what you'll see is that my box will be completely overloaded with my players trying to get themselves involved. Even here you'll be able to see a run by my player on the side, on the left. And really, it's just overloading your box. That's really what this instruction does. We'll pause it, obviously, to have a quick look. Look at the amount of players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the outside. Pretty much 6 coming into the box. It is absolutely insane in getting yourself, into those positions towards the end of the game. But I put on 6.5 because it's easy to counter, obviously. Sometimes it can get too overloaded. And what it means is that you'll be running into your own players. As you can see, it becomes a bit difficult to play around. But you do win free kicks, and you do put yourself in a better position to score towards the end of the game. As you can see, we'll be able to score here. It is effective, but not so much as you think. Going into the next one, just like before, attacking fullbacks is exactly the same. It is just basically your fullbacks attacking. Now I put effectiveness 8.5 out of 10 because it works very efficiently. Look at that, my player is already sprinting. You put it on and your player starts sprinting down the touchline. Obviously very good towards the end, like I mentioned as well. You should be able to see right here that it has just 2 centre backs. The right back and the left back are gone completely forward. Now that's very, very useful towards the end of the game. Like I said, when you really need to get the players up there, this does counter the stay back while attacking instruction that you put on your custom tactics. As we try and switch the play, just to show you Mendy's there. It is just so good. And obviously you'll be seeing a clip where obviously the instruction is not added, where Hakimi is basically standing still. Now this is one of the problems with this instruction, and hence why it's not a 10 out of 10. You can get countered very easily. You only got 2 players back at this time. All the players will be running up, and here's no instruction added just for you guys. Like I mentioned, you'll see Hakimi's basically not sprinting forwards. He's just staying behind like his first instruction. Incredible. Next up, we talk about hug sideline. This one's going to be a bit of a shorter one because this is so self-explanatory. Basically, it means that your players, anyone out on the wing, will be aiming to cut as close to the sideline as possible, basically overloading it when you're attacking. Now that's very, very good if you want to get the ball out. Obviously the negative, as you can see here, as it's paused, the left side, we have about 3 players there. That's the negative. There's no space in the, look at the space in the middle. It's ridiculous. If you lose the ball there, you're screwed pretty much, and it is very, very easy to intercept, and it is very predictable as a move. You'll obviously see up close exactly why is like that. It creates you those chances down the wing, but at the same time you're paying the price for having less players in the middle, and also it being harder for you to be passed to as well, because obviously of the distance that you're creating. But it's good overall. The last instruction we will cover is the extra striker if you press up and down on the D-pad. Now, I gave this an effectiveness of 3 out of 10. The truth is, look at my Kimpembe. That is literally just it. One of your centre backs decides, you know what, I'm going to join the attack. Now you'll be able to see he's slowly creeping in and on from the screen, from the right side of the screen. And look at this. I mean, it's just, you don't really need this. I know if it's kind of luck, like a last minute kind of venture out to get the goal, then maybe. But look what happens if you lose the ball. I mean, this is just the perfect way of showing you why the effectiveness is 3 out of 10, and it's probably the worst one in attacking D-pad instructions. I mean, look at that, guys. Not worth the risk. The first defensive one we can talk about, guys, is the overload ball side. Now, I gave it 2 out of 10 because, believe it or not, it's not FIFA 20 anymore and it doesn't work how it used to. The idea of it is, after you press down and right, is that your players completely bombard the opponent and kind of completely blast into them. like they are now. Look at this. They're just completely overloading the opponent where the ball is. Now you can see how easy it is to break down though, because all your players just basically rush towards the ball. Now you can see in this screenshot, bang, look at that. 4 players all like hugging together to get the ball. It's useless, guys, because once again, it's easy to counter and your stamina drains. Not worth using, guys. Next, guys, we talk about Offside Trap, one of my favorites. That's why it's got effectiveness of 8.5 out of 10. Exactly what it says, really. It pushes up your back line as soon as you press down twice. As you can see, obviously, you guys probably know the negative with this. If it's used ineffectively, it means that you can't really use it for pressing. Instead, what happens is the opposition gets in behind. But that's okay, sometimes the risk is worth taking. Sometimes it means that you can push up a bit more. You can press with this, because sometimes what you'll find is that you can't really get the ball back from the opposition and you need to press, get your players forward. This is what gets them. But guys, unfortunately, this kind of thing can happen. That's unfortunate, but it is the truth. You need to be aware of that. Now we should talk about team press, people, because it's one of the most popular ones to use towards the end of the game. It works exactly like constant pressure. It just gets your players completely, once again, hugging the opponent, but this time not on the side of the ball, but basically whoever's close kind of attaches themselves onto the player and tries to get the ball back. Now this is very effective in pressing against the opposition, as you'll be able to see here. You just get bodies committing to the ball. Now, the only problem is if someone's very good at passing around the ball. Look at that. It opens up a lot of space in the middle, and look at his through ball in a second, which just completely obliterates the opposite, well, my team in this case. Look, the team press works well towards the end because it's kind of like last chance kind of attempt, but its effectiveness is only 6 out of 10 because the stamina drain is unreal, and nonetheless, the game is coded against it. Lastly, guys, we have to talk about striker drop back. I know not a lot of you use this. If you press down and up, what it means that is that the striker, basically one of them, just like the extra striker for the centre backs, decides to just drop back and help you out. You can see Ben Yedder, yeah? He's just going to sit there and he's going to drop back and really sit there and try and defend runs, mark up play. Yeah, the effectiveness of this is not 10 out of 10 because guess what? The striker drops back all the way, as you'll see in a second. If you try and start a counter, he's going to be dropping. Look, he's still dropping. Still dropping, which is perfect when you're trying to hold on to a lead. It is such a good way of maintaining it because you have extra body there. But obviously at the same time it means you don't have a counter attack. That's okay if you have 2 strikers though, which is why then the effectiveness of this technically becomes 9 or 10 out of 10. As you guys can see, Ben Yedder dropping all the way. What a method. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe like always. Comment down below what you want to be seeing next, what kind of a tutorial. I got lots coming out, so make sure to stay tuned. And guys, until next time, peace.